Are you pushing through evening workouts with a pre-workout drink only to lie awake for hours and wonder why your gains are stalling?
Welcome to Dr. Mercola's Cellular Wisdom. Stay informed with quick, easy-to-listen summaries of our latest articles, perfect for when you're on the go. No reading required. Subscribe for free at mercola.com for the latest health insights.
Hello, and welcome to Dr. Mercola's Cellular Wisdom. I'm Ethan Foster, and today we're looking at how stimulant-heavy pre-workout supplements undermine your sleep, your recovery, and ultimately your progress, with a focus on what large-scale data show for teens and young adults.
I'm Alara Sky. This conversation centers on one clear pattern. When you trade real energy for artificial stimulation, your nervous system stays revved at night, and the repair phase gets cut short. Let's start with what researchers actually found when they tracked sleep in young people who use pre-workouts.
A study in sleep epidemiology analyzed 912 adolescents and young adults, ages 16 to 30, across Canada. About 22.2% reported using pre-workout supplements in the past year. Participants reported average nightly sleep over the prior 2 weeks, grouped from 5 hours or less up through 9 or more, giving a practical view of how much rest people really get.
The standout result was the shortest sleepers. Pre-workout users were more than twice as likely to sleep 5 hours or less per night compared with those sleeping 8 hours, the study's reference point. A relative risk ratio of 2.53 isn't a marginal difference. 5 hours represents severe restriction that impairs memory, mood regulation, and physical recovery.
Importantly, the association held even after adjusting for age, gender, education, symptoms of anxiety and depression, and whether participants did weight training in the past 30 days. When those variables are accounted for and the link remains strong, the supplement itself emerges as a key factor.
Caffeine dose explains much of the effect. Pre-workout products commonly range from roughly 91 to 387 milligrams per serving, averaging around 254 milligrams, equal to or above multiple cups of coffee at once. Stacked on top of school, work, screens, and late-day training, that stimulant load keeps your nervous system on high alert long after you try to turn in.
Caffeine also delays your natural melatonin rhythm, pushing your sleep window later while activating the sympathetic nervous system, raising heart rate and blood pressure when you need the opposite. The researchers advised avoiding caffeine-containing pre-workouts within 12 to 14 hours of bedtime. For many teens and young adults who train late, that window is not realistic, which is why just go to bed earlier often fails.
Another mechanism is adenosine blockade. Adenosine builds during the day to signal sleep pressure. Caffeine blocks that signal so you feel awake even when your body is depleted. That sets up the next day's fatigue, creating a loop where you reach for more stimulation to compensate for lost recovery.
Side effects map onto this biology. Reports collected by a consumer health outlet highlight jitteriness and restlessness from ingredients like caffeine, anhydrous, synephrine, and theacrine, early signs that your system is overstimulated. That wired feeling is not readiness. It's nervous system stress that makes later focus and sleep harder.
Anxiety and irritability track with the same stimulants. Yohimbine, caffeine, and synephrine raise norepinephrine, shifting you into vigilance rather than steady alertness. Digestive upset, nausea, bloating, cramps often follows large doses or empty stomach use, with L-citrulline, arginine alpha-ketoglutarate, and high-dose niacin frequently implicated. Niacin flushing is common. GI disruption derails training consistency and nutrient absorption.
Heart-related symptoms are a red flag. Elevated blood pressure and palpitations indicate cardiac strain, and high-stim proprietary blends make dosing unclear, leaving users to guess their exposure. Dehydration compounds fatigue because many ingredients increase sweating and urination. Guidance also warned against dry scooping due to choking, arrhythmia, and overdose risk, and cautioned that mixing pre-workouts with coffee or energy drinks multiplies stimulant load.
For youth, timing and development raise the stakes. Adolescence is when brains, nervous systems, and hearts are still maturing. Ready-to-drink formulas make frequent, casual dosing easy, and teens often combine them with sodas or energy drinks without realizing they're stacking stimulants. Cardiovascular strain, mood volatility, and anxiety sensitivity all intensify under these conditions.
Without age-specific rules in many places, families end up setting boundaries. Emphasizing hydration, regular meals, and consistent training habits supports performance without undermining sleep. Tracking sleep duration, hydration, and recovery days gives clearer feedback than chasing a short-lived buzz.
So what should you do if you train hard but wake up tired? First, avoid pre-workout supplements entirely, especially later in the day. Removing them helps your nervous system shift into evening recovery, restoring deeper sleep, steadier mood, and more reliable training adaptations without pushing your system into overdrive.
Second, use food and hydration as your baseline energy system. A simple pre-training meal or snack with carbohydrates, protein, and fluids supports output without overstimulation. Treat stimulants as stress inputs, not performance tools. Eliminating unnecessary stimulants, including energy drinks, lets your daily rhythms stabilize.
Third, prioritize post-workout recovery with carbohydrates and protein. Eating carbohydrates after training lowers cortisol and tells your system it's time to repair. Pair those carbs with protein within 2 hours, aiming for about 0.3 to 0.4 grams per kilogram of body weight, roughly 20 to 40 grams for most adults, with around 2 to 3 grams of leucine inside that dose to activate muscle protein synthesis.
Fourth, shift motivation toward recovery metrics. Score your sleep hours, next day energy, and training quality instead of chasing stimulation. Watching those numbers improve reinforces that removing interference produces faster gains than pushing through fatigue.
Fifth, build consistency by varying intensity across the week. Alternating harder days with lighter, skill-focused, or recovery-based sessions keeps your nervous system adaptable rather than strained. For teens, this protects growth and emotional regulation. For adults, it preserves joint health, mood stability, and long-term energy.
Here's your challenge. For the next 7 days, cut pre-workout supplements, fuel training with a real meal and water, and track 2 targets: total sleep time and how your first set feels the next day. Add a post-workout carb plus protein meal within 2 hours, aiming for that 0.3 to 0.4 grams per kilogram and 2 to 3 grams of leucine. Notice how quickly better sleep translates into stronger sessions. Thank you for watching Dr. Mercola's Cellular Wisdom. We'll see you on the next episode.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe now and click the notification bell so you never miss an update. See you in the next video.